It's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show on the road. Today, we're traveling on the Hot Rod Tour of Texas, a 3-day road trip from Victoria to Hillsboro, Texas. Just ahead, we'll be talking to some of the hot rodders on the road with us, including a stop we made at the Stars and Stripes Drive-In to see the Hollywood Nights movie. That and more on this special edition of the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Howdy and a good Saturday morning. Along with Mike Mars, Jeff Zekin, and Chief Engineer David Ainsley, this is Don Armstrong. Join us now on the Hot Rod Tour of Texas.
Sampsons Garage, Engine Shop. This is where it all takes place. We're in the assembly room. Here he is, the man that's responsible for all of this. Hey, man, it's good to meet you.
Good to meet you. Yes, sir.
Yeah. How old are you?
31.
No, you're not.
I am.
You just turned 16, didn't you?
Yeah, I know.
So, how did you get into engines? How did that come about?
I've always just like going fast.
See, for me, really, it was lawnmower motors.
The lawnmower stuff, really. I mean, yeah, we just raced. My brother and I, we just raced forever.
I know, but when you were 5?
And we started like 8, I think, probably around 8.
Yeah.
And we just raced forever. And I always just want to go faster and faster. And then
somebody was building the engines for you at the time.
At the time, yeah.
Who was that?
Yeah, I don't even know. Some cart builder, some engine builder back then, building cart motors for us.
But obviously, you glommed onto that motor.
I did, yeah. I just want to go faster. And,
right.
Yeah. So
one day you start taking it apart and going, "Hey, I can make it go faster this way."
Exactly it. Yeah. We get it apart, and then we didn't know what we were doing. Like, this ain't back together. So I mean, I put it back together.
Into all of this.
And all of this. That's it. Yep.
I noticed that we've got some in assembly right now.
We do.
What is this?
This is a turbo setup going to the 57 Chevy. LS is a 5.7 LS. What this is. Nothing too crazy. It's just a street motor. It's a street rod motor. Yep, turbo stuff.
And so did the guy come to you and say, "Hey, I've got this car. I want to put a turbo in it. Can you build me a motor?"
Actually, he blew up this motor first time. Yeah. And
well,
he said, "Hey, I need a motor built." And
how did he blow it up? Did he over rev it?
No, just too much power for a stock motor. It was a stock motor.
Right.
And just way too much
power. See, I have a 01 Corvette, an LS1. And I thought, well, I put my little supercharger on there. I started reading about it. Yeah. And I thought, I keep reading about it. They get, well, if you do that, you really need to change the springs. And you need to do that and do that. I'm going, wait.
You can see it over there.
Yeah, I see it. I see it
over there.
Yeah. So not too far from the truth.
No, you're spot on. Yeah. This is how far do you want to go with it?
Well, that's what it is with everything.
Right.
I think, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, everything. Yeah. When do you want to stop?
Yeah. And how about that one over there?
That's a LT5. That's actually a pretty rare setup. We do quite a bit of them, unfortunately.
Why do you say that?
Because they're a pain in the butt. Well, they are. Yeah, they are. There's a lot to them. A lot of shops don't do them. But once you get them right, I mean, they're not bad motors, but there's a lot to them. There's a lot.
What makes the LS so popular?
Well, it used to be because it was cheap. Now I think just because it's easy
and dependable
and very, very dependable.
Depending on how you build it.
Yeah, right. And it's a very efficient motor, really. Has a good style bottom end in it, and I mean the cylinder heads, they move a lot of air, so a lot of it's really easy to actually make.
Without going crazy on an LS motor, with a stock crank, maybe some upgraded pistons, and a power adder and some nice springs and valves, and that sort of stuff. How much horsepower, street-wise, can you get out of it without blowing it up?
Oh, we make over 1,000 with stock crank a lot of the times.
1,000 horsepower.
Yeah, well over 1,000. When I say well over, I mean we'll make 1,100 stock crank on it. This mostly comes down to rods and pistons.
Yep.
Mostly the rods, more important than anything. Yep.
Do you have a rod that you like to go to?
I use a lot of Carrillo stuff and Cali stuff. That's really my rod of choice. Yeah, that and CP pistons. That's my combination. Right?
Because every engine builder's got their own go-to stuff,
right?
And you obviously have.
That's my go-to. Yeah, I've been using them for a long time and done some pretty good stuff.
Now, do you have a dyno in this facility?
I do. Yep. Engine dyno right over there. Yep.
It's a stand. You don't have a rear wheel dyno.
No. I used to, and I don't work on cars. I don't like working on cars. I want to work on cars. I just want to mess with the motor. I just want to build the motor, dyno it, and get it off and ship it out.
Gotcha.
Yep. So that's mostly what we do.
So do you build a lot of race engines?
We do.
Is that mainly what you do?
80% of what
80% is race
really
engines.
race stuff.
And racing, what kind of racing?
Endurance road race stuff. Yeah. We'll do Well, I'd say about 70% endurance road race stuff. Then we do about 10-20% land speed stuff, and then these little street motors here and there. But mostly
You fill in with the
we
street
fill
motors
in
for
with these,
1100
with
horsepower.
this little stuff. But most of it, is endurance racing stuff.
Yeah.
That's most of what we do. Trans Am series stuff. We got some stuff overseas for Spa, for 6-hour, 12-hour Spa race overseas in France.
So you got to build the motors to last on endurance
That's the
racing.
biggest thing, is that they got to last.
Yeah.
I always joke around that anyone can make an 8-mile pass. I mean, that's pretty easy to do.
Right.
But to get one of the last 12 hours,
Right. At wide open throttle.
At wide open throttle. Yeah, the land speed stuff is really hard to get. That's 5 miles at wide open throttle, and that's stuff that's making 2,000 horse, stuff like that. Right. So that's its own challenge there too.
What do you find is the weakest part in some of these LS motors that you build for speed?
The blocks.
The blocks.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
because they're aluminum blocks.
Yeah, and it's not so much that it's aluminum, but the cylinder walls in them are really, really thin, and so if it's up to us, we'll sleeve it, and we'll put our own sleeves in it. But some shaping bodies won't let us do that because it is a performance enhancing stuff. Because it does it's a whole lot more rigid, and there is power in that. There is.
In all of my years of loving motors and trying to find out how they work and revving them up and doing all this stuff, I just learned recently that the ring technology these days has gone way out of sight.
It's huge. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
How thin they are, the clearances in there, the way that you set up the motor when you put the rings in the
It's standard tension, low tension stuff. The shape of it. There's a lot.
Where did you learn? Where did you get that knowledge from?
Really?
Because I don't know of a school. I mean, you can go.
I went to SAM out of Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did go there. Then I worked for a really good shop, LBP, that is close to here, and doing a lot of they've done a lot of endurance stuff. That's really how I got into endurance road race motors. Is working for them for many years, and I did all their cylinder head work over there. And then they've had some big success in prototype stuff and IMSA and stuff like that. And so that's how I got building endurance road race motors. And then came over here and just kind of kept with it, really. But I did learn a lot from them, and also having good customers that would say, "Hey, do what you think is right." And so
they trust you.
Yeah. So I try this and try that, and that's why we have our dyno. Our dyno tells us everything. It's just that dyno is just another tool like anything else is. Yeah. So
how do you guys handle power adders? I see we have some superchargers over here that I'm familiar with.
Yeah, there's some old superchargers. Yeah, it's funny. Those are both off Chrysler's too, and that goes on a small block. There's on a Hemi, big old school Hemi there.
Mm-hmm. Endurance racing and power adders.
Right. Yeah, we don't really. This is old style. This is just a root style stuff. Now it's all rear entry stuff.
Saying old stuff. That's me, man.
Yeah, this stuff is old style. They don't really use this stuff anymore, really. I mean, and all like old alters and stuff like that they do, but it's mostly all rear entry stuff now. Like Whipple will have a rear entry setup in it, and I mean, we do a lot of Whipple setups and turbo stuff, really. And you build the motors close to the same, but little differences. Mm-hmm. Nitro stuff, you build it quite a bit different. Because nitro comes on really hard and really abrupt, and it's really hard on the motor. Yep. Whipple still, blower setup isn't as bad. Turbo stuff is you just got to get it to hold up the power.
Have you ever done any nitro stuff?
Oh yeah. Nitro stuff. Uh-huh. Yeah. We got a nitro Honda in here right now. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. Yep. All nitro
Don't
stuff.
You find that fun?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Would you do that? Every once in a while, I have to stand back a little bit. And it's gonna
go. Yeah. That the alcohol stuff. We do quite a bit of alcohol stuff too. Yeah, for our dirt track guys. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we do some of that.
Do you ever go to the track? See all these races?
I'm supposed to be in Sonoma right now, but
you are.
That motor was supposed to be there. Well, it wasn't. That was a spare motor. We got a dyno. That one's going to California next week. And then they're running today. The loading was yesterday, and I was supposed to be there. But I got to do that motor. I got to finish that motor. Yeah, okay. And they both got to leave next week.
And then you got to bother with all of us guys that are
big
fans of yours and what you do.
No, it's all good. Yeah.
Did you build the fastest motor in Bonneville?
I did. Yeah.
The fastest motor at Bonneville.
World's fastest Corvette. Yeah, first Corvette in the 300s and the only Corvette in the 300s. 300.41.
And tell me about the motor.
That's a big block Chevy, twin turbo, big block Chevy setup. Fairly small cubic inch for a big block. It had to be less than 488 inches. and that motor is 472. Once we're done with the combination, twin turbo setup.
What kind of turbos do you use? At least on
It's
that
really up to them. I mean, really, whatever they want to use.
I see.
I just build the motor around it, and some of them have sponsors, so they want to run this turbo.
Sure.
Some of them they want to run that. We've done it with a little bit of everything.
Yep.
But yeah, no, he set that at Speed Weeks a year and a half ago, roughly. Yeah. There's a lot to that stuff. That stuff kind of blew me away because I can build all the power you want, but you're hooking it up off a 4-inch tire. It's for 5 miles, and so he's putting power in the car, he's pulling power back out because it's blowing the tire off.
I was going to say, because the tire patch of the ground is about
it's
that big.
tiny. It's tiny, yeah. And but no, he's been good. He's had the record now for years. It's blown fuel modified class, and he's had the record for years. But he wanted to go 300.
Do you ever get into the point where you think, I really want to build this motor or that motor? I want to do this. And then something comes along and you do it. And then you have to move on
to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I want to build them all, really. I mean, I have my favorites. Don't get me wrong. I definitely have my favorites. That was one of them. I built a small block Ford, the Dan Gurney. It was going to Dan Gurney's GT40 that was raced in 69 Le Mans. There's pictures of it up front there. It's a white GT40, so original car with his cylinder heads on it, and that was probably my favorite motor. Yeah. It's all on Webers and stuff, and I like Webers. Some people hate them, but they're a pain in the ass to kind of get them tuned up. Yeah. But once you get them, they make power and they look.
Yeah, because you have to tune each one, and you got a whole stack of them on there.
Yeah, you got a whole stack. Right. Yeah, so it takes some time, but man, they do. I like it. That they really make power.
Do they still make Webers? Can you buy new ones?
Yeah. I don't know if you can buy new ones, but we can fix them. I mean, we put bushings in.
We can
fix them all. Just give me a set of 48s.
Now, do you have an assistant that helps you around here?
I do. Yeah. I have an office lady up front there, and I do all the assembly stuff here. I do all the.
You do all the assembly yourself.
I do.
Okay.
Yep.
Now you got to have a good parts man, because somebody's got to order all this stuff and get it all here on a timely basis.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the parts guy too. Yeah.
Do you ever sleep?
I try to.
Yeah,
I try to. Yeah, not a whole lot sometimes, but yeah, I do.
So you do your parts and you do all your own assembly.
Correct. Yep.
There's
and then
I do
all my dyno. I do all my dyno.
There's a lot of machines out there.
Yep. I have my other guys that he does his block stuff, and does another guy does cylinder head stuff, my parts cleaner, and yep. They mostly take care of that. I'll kind of come up with a combination, make sure everything's right, all the numbers are right, and then whenever it's all ready to go, I'll put it together.
How many micrometers do you have within this building?
I don't even know how to go out and count them. I don't know. We got a bunch of them in here. You got a bunch out there.
Yeah.
But a lot of times we try to use the same ones, believe it or not.
I do.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I was making a comment to your other half across the parking lot over there. I said, I see some old school stuff in here. I had a brother-in-law that was an expert machinist, and his favorite machines that he worked on were the 1920s machines.
They don't make them like they used to. Yeah, right. They don't. I mean, some of these machines are not old, but like kind of
like me.
Yeah, old, but they're just so rigid and they don't move, and they can hit a number. Now every machine is different. You got to get used to your machine.
That's right.
But really, once you get used to it, man, we can do anything.
I want to come work for you.
Yeah,
it's a pleasure, man.
Really, thank you.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
good
luck to you. Yes. You have a great shop here, and I'm really impressed.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, and thanks for taking the time with us.
Thank you.
But I don't know where he went. I know. Okay. Hot Rod Tour of Texas, King. Here he is, Bobby Sparkman, ladies and gentlemen. We talked to him. You see him on our Zoom interviews, but we got him in person now. And here is the fine Edsel cop car that he leads the pack with on the Hot Rod Tour. So the Hot Rod Tour officially kicked off this morning, but we had a little preview of the Hot Rod Tour of Texas last night. That was quite the deal at the saloon over there.
Aircrafters?
Aircrafters, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think I stumbled out of there. I'm not sure. I don't remember a whole lot about it.
It's a good time with the Crowbars band playing with us.
Yeah, it was good. So how's it going?
Good.
So we're
great crowd.
Basically 24 hours into this so far, kind of. Officially this morning, I know that you were expecting a big crowd, but did you expect as many as showed up?
For the kickoff party last year, we had about a little less than about 175. This year we had 250, right around 250 this morning kicking off.
And how many cars are on the
300s max.
I know, but how many actually pulled out?
Oh, we had more than that, I think.
I did too.
I think we had a few. I think we had a few sneaked in.
So you rolled out at 8:36. That's what our clock showed.
Correct.
I wonder when the last car in the pack rolled out.
We had some guys.
36.
We had some guys at the back. They said it was 15 miles worth of cars. We don't know roughly the timeline, but they were back there a pretty good while before they actually got out on Navarro.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what,
15
man,
miles worth of cars.
it was really something. And I have to tell you that along the way, and I don't remember what town it is. You probably do.
Mission Valley, where all the kids were.
Mission
Valley.
So they'd taken all of the kids from the school. I guess it's an elementary school.
Elementary school.
Yeah. And they had them all out there in the parking lot, and they were all staged like they were going to sing a Christmas carol, and they're all waving, and we're all honking the horns. It was great.
Those kids had a blast.
Yeah, well, we certainly did too.
It was awesome seeing them lined up along the roadway and all that kind of. It was basically a rolling parade.
It truly was. So we've already stopped at the distillery.
Yes.
I thought.
Did you have any? Tasting?
I did. And stopped at the
Pretty
distillery.
great stuff.
Dude, I thought, how in the world are they going to get all these cars in there?
They spent a lot of time because we had, as y'all know, quite a bit of rain a few days ago. So they improvised, brought some more gravel in, and fixed us up.
Yeah, they could have used a couple more porta potties, but we'll talk about that another day
for sure.
But and then we cruised over here, and it was kind of a jumbled up kind of a thing because
everybody took off to go eat lunch.
That's right. Yep, on their own, and which was fine. And then this event started at 3 o'clock this afternoon. We're talking to you about a Friday afternoon event. And we're here. And
Sampsons Performance and Restoration.
Yep.
Great folks.
And racing engines.
Yes, and racing engines.
And we had long conversations.
Great
the
people.
two that run this side over here.
Alan and Alexis.
Yep. And now what we want to talk to you about is who is that? Do we know that?
That's Kelly. She's with us every year.
I know. I think I saw her last year. And right back there is his wife, Sabra, back there.
Back in the red.
Yeah.
Standing next to Alexis.
Yep. So, hey, it's so good to have you with us. So, I want to know about the Edsel.
The Edsel.
How long have you had this? Where did you get it?
I actually bought it just right outside of Victoria. It was originally bought in Victoria. It ended up in New Mexico. It ended up back in Victoria, and had been in a barn for about 15 years.
Is it a real cop car?
No.
You just painted it.
Actually, when we were going through all the inspections, because it's sitting on a 2000 Lincoln Town Car, completely everything underneath it. So I'm pretty much a stickler when it comes to titling them. So everything on it is titled 100% legally in Texas. And the cops that were doing all the VIN inspections and all that stuff, they kept telling, man, it looks like Barney Fife. It looks like Barney Fife. So the wife said, let's paint it like a police car. So that's kind of what we did, kind of themed it on a police car. And it's really been a big hit with the kids.
Well, I'll tell you what, you can see you coming miles away.
And we did the Texas flag on the roof.
I love the Texas flag on the roof. And we have some twinkle
lights up front, and siren and all that fun stuff.
And we've even got the
police wheels on it.
Yeah, the police
wheels
on
it.
Man. Yeah.
Oh,
Mr. Alan Sampsons right here.
I screwed that up.
This is his fantastic facility. Great friends of ours.
Thanks for coming.
Big supporters of ours.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, we were just talking about the Edsel here. You know, I bet you
it needs to come in for a Sampsons paint job at some point in his life.
We can do it
but it sets outside all the time. All the time.
Is it reliable?
Oh, absolutely. It gets almost 20 miles a gallon.
Does it?
It just needs a supercharger like y'all put on the other one.
Yeah, we can do it. Come back. We can do it.
It's a Lincoln Town Car, same thing.
Okay.
So we're
Lincoln
leaving
Town
here.
Car, 2000.
We're leaving here. We got a little break, and then we're going to go to the drive-in tonight.
Correct. We're going to the Stars and Stripes Drive-In Theater.
The Hollywood Nights.
Hollywood Nights.
Lawrence.
There you go.
Lawrence of a rape. I'm sorry, I had to. Cut. I'm sorry.
His favorite.
Yeah, it is. It is my favorite. I can't help it. If there's ever a movie made for me, that's it.
And we when the drive-in came into New Braunfels, I reached out to the owner, because they also have another theater, I believe in Abilene, or Lubbock, when they were putting this one in, and we told them, hey, drive-in's kind of notorious for hot rods and cars, so we brought the first little group of hot rods out when they opened this one,
Right.
and we just become friends ever since. So I reached out
And it's
to
a
him.
big drive-in.
It's a big drive-in. I
Yeah.
reached out to him, and a really awesome. If you've never been, it's a really awesome place. Great retro concession area,
Exactly.
great food, great a really cool place. So we've become really good friends. And the manager now, and they offer us a pretty good deal. And Sampsons and us really sponsor the movie, the private drive-in. So it's a well, you came last year. It's an awesome deal with just nothing but hot rods and stuff in the parking lot.
Yeah.
So
Looking forward to it.
it's a lot of
tonight.
fun.
So what does tomorrow bring?
Tomorrow,
Saturday.
we kick off at Gateway Classic Cars here in New Braunfels. They're hosting us with coffee and I believe some donuts. I don't know if you've been there, but
It's going to be
cool
1,000
place.
donuts or something?
Quite a few. And
Yeah.
right after we leave, they've got their cars and coffee. So
Gotcha.
there'll be a few folks from that showing up a little bit early.
Stragglers too.
Yeah. So we'll do that tomorrow morning. And then we depart New Braunfels. We'll go up River Road. I think you went with us last year.
Nice, yes.
Very
Love
scenic,
River
very
Road.
scenic route.
Yep.
And then we'll head to Luckenbach. And the route we picked out for Luckenbach is the rain wasn't so good for the distillery. The rain is going to be perfect for Luckenbach because the wildfires are popping right now. So it's going to
Really?
be, and it's a really, really cool route.
Yep.
Me and Jeremy have already drove it. Really, really neat place. If you have a Corvette, it's a really windy, hilly road.
It'll be fun.
The old Edsel's not the best thing for that. It's
Yeah.
over 4,000 pounds, and it's not real sporty, but it's definitely a good Corvette
This is
road.
all about the look.
It's fun. It's for fun.
Yep.
So
So we do the river route up to
Luckenbach.
Luckenbach and then to Fredericksburg.
then we'll do it, and we'll stop at the wine garage in Fredericksburg.
So
Stop for the ladies. Last year they told us, hey, y'all didn't do anything for us, so we got a lady stop this year at the wine garage. They've been super awesome too. Every one of our stops last year and this year are just awesome stops.
This is a great one here.
Everyone is just, it's unbelievable the amount of outreach that we've had. Murpho's has sent us tons of magazines to put into goodie bags. Gateway went around and rallied to O'Reilly's and put stuff in goodie bags for us and shipped them to us. So it's really been a heck of an experience.
Yeah. And then
And you guys too. Y'all probably our number one promoter.
Thank you very much. Well, because it's our thing, you know. I mean,
And a lot of people listen to you guys.
I know, and I
It was
found
really-
that out. I was really surprised.
Y'all caught on. Y'all caught on with the group that when in this parking lot. You guys caught on so, and it's amazing because as many followers y'all have, a lot of these people are like, we never heard of those guys, but they got like a lot of stuff going on in Houston and a lot of car shows. They're announcing stuff all the time and doing reviews and
Yeah.
So
we have a good time.
it was kind of a win-win for you guys and for us because we brought people to y'all and y'all brought people to us.
Absolutely, yeah. It's tons of fun.
So it is.
I did not know that Mars was going to do this and come on the tour with me. I said, look, you do the thing with the car show. I'm taking the weekend off, and I'm going to do the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. Well, here I am.
It's awesome. Well, last year you passed us up and we're like, who is this guy hot lapping us in his Corvette? And then we see you on the side of the road videoing us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was a good time.
Are you going to get out on a drag strip this year?
I don't think so. I just had to have a new clutch put in it.
Oh, it's a perfect time to break it in.
No, yeah, well, no, I you know, the $2,000 clutch job.
Oh yeah,
I'm good
they're
now.
not cheap.
Yeah, and especially in a Corvette. So
There will be some you will see a little bit of everything at Little River Running. We've got some friends from Temple area that are bringing their blown cars out, and
really,
it'll be fun.
we're gonna go. I'm just not
It's
gonna
a lot
put
of
the Corvette
fun.
on there this year.
There'll be a lot of Corvettes from the Alamo City Corvette Club. They're one of our sponsors. They brought some Corvettes out last year. They had a great time. They had a great time.
So what does Sunday bring?
Sunday brings, we're going to leave Temple, and from Temple we go to SoCal in Waco, right by the Magnolia Silos. They got a little show and shine car show thing going on there for us. And then from there we go to Roadside America. Last year Roadside America was a late. We got there late. It was real short, so we're going to go. A lot of people wanted to go back again, so we're going to repeat that final stop.
And so you mentioned to me, hey Don, stick around Sunday because we're going to have a little special.
We do for everybody that made the full. That's right.
Yeah.
You're there right now. Don't cut out on us.
I won't cut out on you.
Something
You
cool.
hear that?
Something
Looks like
cool.
we're staying Sunday night.
And we're giving away the retro ice chest again at Roadside America and some other cool stuff. We got some stuff we're going to give away maybe here and definitely at the drive-in.
Awesome.
We got a lot of cool
Great,
giveaways.
It's great to be on the tour.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much for all your hard
So
work,
much
because
for you
I
guys
know
coming.
how much work this is.
It is a lot of work.
We really appreciate it, you and Jeremy both, and the wives and everybody, because
We
it
got
takes a group. Of
We got
folks to do
we
it.
got a group this year.
Yeah, you definitely do. It's good to see you, man. Thank
Absolutely.
you. We'll
Thank
see you again.
I'll let you have your mic.
Yes.
Car enthusiast, come experience the 27th annual Keels and Wheels Classic Car and Boat Show. Join us Saturday, May 6th and Sunday, May 7th at the Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook. This fun family event features vintage and contemporary race cars from Le Mans, Indy, Formula One, NASCAR, and much more. See classic and vintage boats of all types, not to mention American and European pre- and post-war classics. Pre-sale tickets are $30. Students are just $15. Children 12 and under are free. Purchase your tickets today at keelsandwheels.com.
Everyone at the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, thank you for participating in the best cruise in around, and look forward to seeing you again. You'll hear about the next cruise in date right here on In Wheel Time. Next time you're in the West Houston Energy Corridor area, be sure and stop in at the original Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex at I-10 and Highway 6, or the Katy location on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard. When passing through Beaumont or College Station, stop in and have Lupi's award-winning beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. There's always a celebration at Lupi Tortilla. Lupi Tortilla founder Stan Holt and his wife Sheila are winning racers on the NHRA drag racing circuit and have a collection of hot rods and classics that everyone appreciates. Look for them at the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In. The date will be announced soon and will once again be held at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex on 99 and Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 and Katy. We'll give you all the details right here on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show and online. Donations benefit God's Garage. We'll see you then. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com.